Now, tell you
When any interviewer tell me that, I know they're ready.
No.
Rolling right along with the 2012 Jazz Blues Music Foundation live from Memphis, Tennessee. We talking about the blues, and who other can you mention the word blues without thinking of the gentleman that's sitting right beside me right here, the legendary Bobby Blue Bland. First of all, when did you actually start singing as a professional?
Oh, let me see, 1955, I think.
Tell us a little bit about some of the songs that you feel that stood the test of time, on some that you perhaps feel was better than all the rest. I know you had
Well,
so
I tell
many.
you what, usually I tell you, the one that sells, that's the one I like.
Oh yeah, you like it.
But I've been fortunate enough to have some good writers as soon as they find out how I deliver the lyrics. And they start to write like per se, like especially some stuff, material that I could tell the story. And I was in Texas during that time with the label, and the material started coming. Well, Joe Scott was the one that started the material thing off. He did some things for me when he was doing all the arrangement and all the music that I did. And like I said, I've been just blessed to have some good musicians around me and people with good minds.
The legendary Don Roby, who Houston got such a rich tradition by, was also one of the people you were involved with. Talk a little bit about what it was like.
But Roby was a nice fellow. He's the first one that gave me a chance to record, and everybody had their own opinion about Mr. Roby, but he was in business just like anybody else. And so I really cherished the thing that he gave me the opportunity to record. And what else anybody want to know about, they find out about themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
I Pity the Fool kind of stands out in my mind as one of your greatest songs. It was such a song basically trying to warn a guy about this girl you've been with, so to speak. Talk a little bit about I Pity the Fool.
I Pity the Fool was a little different tune, a spiritual touch to it. And it was something that all the men would listen to,
Yeah.
I Pity the Fool that falls in love with you. And it had a good story.
As a matter of fact, most of your songs had good stories.
Yeah.
So you had good writers and you.
Yeah. Well, I can't do anything unless it has a real good meaning, and something that I can relate to about life and how it came about. Different things happened to me in my life, and I've had some good musicians, good writers, and the stories that I tell, I got right into them because it was some of the things that I was familiar with, had been through.
And everybody young that I talked to and told them that I was planning to try and arrange this interview with you, they all wanted to know where you got that snort from.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I can't even say it. Every time I do it, I get choked up.
Well, the reason why I got that squall, I got it from Reverend C.L. Franklin. I was listening to an album of his called The Eagle Stirred His Nest, and him and I can't think of this.
Some of the other people that were working with him, huh?
No, not with him. My preachers that I like, Gilbert Earl Patterson and Franklin, and I learned a lot from both of those gentlemen, how they carry their sermon, and so that squall was a thing that usually a preacher would use, and so I didn't want to bother them too much. I was young, and coming up out of the country with no blues played in the house, all church music, So I had to go out to the bar to sing the blues.
Oh yeah. Talk a little bit about now the future for Bobby Bland. You've set such a standard.
Well, I tell you what, I hope I be in good health. God is good to me, and I got good surroundings. My wife is beautiful. She keeps me on
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to live as long as He allow me.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do whatever I'm doing until I die.
And I guess for you, you probably been all over the world. You sung to large crowds. You basically had everything that you could have wanted as far as an entertainer is concerned. But I guess, is there anything Bobby Bland could want for it? And I guess that's the
No,
question.
just keep the people the same frame of mind that they've been in for so many years, and give me good lyrics to tell a story that might help somebody in any situation, because we all have the blues.
Mm-hmm.
We all been through all kind of different changes. So I just hope to stay in good health, which my wife, she always
Make sure you eat right and all that stuff.
she's gonna do whatever it is. And it has to be handled a certain way. So I'm in pretty good hands with the man upstairs and her. And the people, I really appreciate the things that they have accepted coming from me and keeping me out here all these years.
Well, let me assure you, we've been listening to you ever since we were too small to go to the clubs. We used to stand outside and put our ear to the wall and wait for you to do that snort. Matter of fact, we were listening coming down here. They were playing one of your songs.
Yeah, well, I got that from Franklin.
Yeah. And that was an unlikely source. So those people who were wanting to know where it came from, now you know from the Reverend C.L. Franklin.
Yeah.
But on the serious side, we certainly feel important. I mean, that it's important that you keep doing what you're doing.
Well, I hope He give me all the time that He can give me. I've been here a good many years, and I cherish every one of them, so I like to keep doing what I'm doing, period. I've never had anything that I love doing no more than I'm doing now.
Well, we're going to see to it that you try to do it in Houston too. Probably next June, we plan to do a tribute to the late Don Roby.
Well, that'd be real good, because
and you would be the best person to have to talk about him and to sing.
Well, I know some things about Roby now.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I have to get strong.
They probably made the biggest mistake in the entertainment
No,
industry.
they said what they felt
Mm-hmm.
there that they thought was right,
Right.
and I don't hate them at all or whatever. They should be the one. I mean, they are the one that missed a good chance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of good chances, we don't plan to miss it. We're already talking to General Motors and several other major corporations to put together a tribute to the late Don Roby, with Bobby Bland being our main man. We're going to have more from the Just Blues Music Foundation live from Memphis, Tennessee in just a moment.